What is up, everybody? Good, beautiful morning. I just made a video about this, and then my camera, for some reason, stopped recording when I was talking about division. It's a little odd. Don't know why. Maybe I don't have much memory left or whatever. But here's the truth is, a friend of ours posted a post this morning that hit at home, and she's right, and the post is right. We were all just people trying to make it out here in this world before they introduced politics, race, and religion division. We were all just people trying to be people and caring about each other in our communities, regardless of your race, regardless of your religion, regardless of your political views. We just got along. And some of us might not have, and let bygones be bygones, and we pushed forward and moved on. We didn't attack people. I've been saying this for a while. See, I don't attach myself to none of that stuff. As you guys know by now, I woke up enough to where I see what it's all created for, and I see that it's not for the greater good of humanity and the people in our communities. We'll say just the United States. It's not good for that. It adds no beneficial unity to our culture whatsoever. So I attach myself to none of that. I don't attach myself to Christianity, Catholic. I don't give a shit what religion you are. I don't attach myself to none of that. None of it. And I ain't judging you for it. I ain't judging people that do. I'm just saying I don't identify as shit that divides us and puts up walls and barriers against the next person that may want to have a conversation with me. Same thing with race. I don't identify as a white person. I am a human being. That's it. I'm a human being. Like the other 399 million of you here on this beautiful planet. I'm a human being. I don't identify as white. Matter of fact, when they ask me that, I don't answer them on them questions. On any of the health papers, I don't. Right there. I'm a human being. It doesn't matter what my race is. It doesn't matter what none of that shit's important. But they made it important, and that's how they're controlling the entire population. So yeah, I don't identify as any of that stuff. I don't identify as left or right. Are you kidding me? These people are working against us. They're not for the people. We are scum to them. We are in their way of. You see all the fraud that's happening? We're in their way from getting their way. We're in their way, and I know a lot of people can't comprehend or understand that people that are supposed to be serving us would do that. But wake up, man! They're the dirtiest ones out here. They are the dirtiest ones out here in the community. Period. Matter of fact, they're not in our community. You don't ever see them. They don't live a life like me and you live, and they never will. So, when will we be the people again? And not worry about pigment tone, not worry about religious background, and not worry about political background. Have you not seen what it's getting people killed? People are dying. Is that not enough for you to realize what they're doing? And by God Almighty, you have a voice and stand up and start talking like me, they may just get rid of you too. I'm not saying I'm getting enough views or enough supporters or anything to have any poll, actually. But if I did, I wouldn't doubt I wouldn't be the next Charlie Kirk. Or anybody else for that matter that begins to unify people. Here's why. You've seen it with Martin Luther King. You've seen it with JFK. But think about it. And multiple other people. That's just to name a couple that most people know about. I could go off the list to say what other people may have been as well. People like Tupac, Biggie. But I don't want to get off into conspiracy theories. And I don't think that's conspiracy theory. I think that's challenging the narrative, which I think we all should do. Not challenging the narrative is just being the good little puppet that they want us to be. So my goal, I hope this becomes people's goal, is to stop identifying as a color. Stop identifying a fucking color, man. Aren't you getting tired of that? Stop identifying as a religious cult or a religion or whatever. Great, it's great to have a religion, that's religion, but you don't have to identify as that. You're still a human being and you believe in the principles of Christianity or Muslim or whatever, right? That don't identify who you are. That's your beliefs. Or your political affiliation. I cannot believe, with all the corruptness that's being exposed, people still want to voluntarily sign up and be a part of one of those cults. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the political realm up top. I'm not talking about you normal Democrats down here or you normal Republicans. I'm not saying you're a cult. I'm saying the ones that created it up there are a cult. It's cultish behavior. Pay attention. Do your research on what cultish behavior is. Sure hits at home. So I hope people find it in themselves to stop identifying as the system wants us to identify as. They have full control, man. People be like, I'm not a sheep. Yeah, the majority, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm not saying all, but the majority of the population are sheep. The majority of art, they follow right along and do, yeah, anything they say has got to be the truth. It's unreal. So when are we going to go back to we are just people? And we don't identify as a left-winger or a right-winger or a gay or a straight or a black or a white or whatever they've used to divide us up in this country. You can call it whatever you want. It's division tactics. It's clear as day. It's clear as day they use, and then the elites up there use religion like it's some high almighty stuff, right? And I'm not saying your religion isn't high and almighty, by no means necessary, but the people up there are not using it for the greater good. Remember they said Satan came as an angel too? The people up there, they're the devil's playground, man. They use these things to stand behind and be protected. I cannot believe more people cannot see this stuff. So my question is, when are we going to get back just to being people? That's really not that hard to do. All you got to do is unplug and stop identifying as everything the media wants you to identify as. Stop filling out your medical papers and saying you're black or white or Hispanic. Stop doing it. How about this? It's none of your damn business. Because I'm black, my heart organ ain't going to look any different. Because I'm white, my eyeballs, they're still going to be eyeballs. And the blood pumping through my body is going to be the same. I'm sure there are a couple little different unsimilar things. I don't know. I don't know that. It's probably not at all. It's probably all the same. God, what, you think you got a different liver because you're white or black? Get the fuck out of here. Like, where are we going to? So unplug and resist and do not answer those questions. You are not obligated to answer those questions to get medical attention whatsoever. It's a voluntarily thing. You do not have to answer. I don't at all. What do you identify as? Or when they, they'll send you something in the mail, like they want to know everything about who you are and what's your racial background. How about it's none of your fucking business? I'm a human being. That's it. When are we going to get back to identity? Do you realize 99.9% of the problems in this country stem from division? It all stems from division. And most people's mindsets, right now, I shouldn't say most, I'm overgeneralizing now, though. But some people's mindset, they truly will hate another race of people because of what the media propagates. And lack thereof knowledge of them, because they're either scared to talk to them or learn about them or talk to them because of what school taught, whatever, right? So they're scared to approach. Whatever the reason is, I don't know why the reason is. Because it doesn't do that to me whatsoever. I talk to everybody. I don't give a shit if you're hot pink. It doesn't matter to me. I talk to everybody. I do not let... If you allow pigment, skin tone to discourage you from a sparking conversation with somebody, you have problems. You have serious problems. It's all identity politic bullshit. And it's not for the greater good of me or you or your family or my family. They do it on purpose. And I cannot believe we are living in times where people still believe this shit. Like, are you kidding? What is it? What has it done? People are getting killed in the streets. People are getting murdered. And we'll still want to attach ourselves to these identity politics. I'm over it. Look, if you attach yourself to identity shit right there, stay the fuck away from me. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not saying I'm going to judge you. Just don't talk to me about it, because I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's not human to human connection. That's human to human division. And I got nothing for it. And the sad part is, that's a big portion of the population that are stuck on something. But I don't want to hear it no more, man. Like, if you want it to end, stop talking about it. Do you ever wonder why the news and the media outlets every now and again put a white on black crime or black on white crime up in the media? Why do you think they do that? To remind you guys, they're still pushing the racist shit. I'm out here every day. I work with people of all different ethnic backgrounds. Never one time has somebody crossed me and made racial judgment, or not to the best of my knowledge at least. Maybe they did in their mind and I don't know. But they treated me decent. So I don't believe anything these networks say anymore. Nothing. And when are we the people going to show the power we have? I love everybody I come in contact with. That doesn't mean I love everything about everybody, right? But I spread love to everybody I come in contact with. Regardless of one's religious affiliations, political affiliations, or identity, whatever. I mean, say, because it's just division. It's all division. Why don't you think they want us strong? Man, look, our system up there, the elites, it's so theatrical, man. We're literally living a movie. Like, these movies you watch, like, wow, that would be so messed up if that was reality. Well, we're living it. They're doing this to us in sly little slick ways, and we're so naive to see through it. Some of us do, and then we're called conspiracy theorists and so on. Alex Jones is a great one. And I'm not saying Alex Jones' delivery is but he's eons ahead of everybody else. Most shit that comes out of his mouth is facts. Most. And he's got the receipts for it and he can back it. He does the homework. It's bananas. It's bananas to me. I can't believe we believe a system that embezzles money. No, they extort it from us. They extort money from us. And then they're caught in all this fraud and they get no consequences whatsoever, where me and you will go to prison. Yeah, we're just going to sit here and be okay with them continuing to steal our money. That's what it is. It's not taxation, it's extortion. We're going to allow them to keep doing what they're doing to our families and oppressing our families and our lifestyle. And then they're going to embezzle it, steal it, set up little scams and steal it from us. You want to know who's scamming your bank account? You think it's these third world people? I don't believe so. I don't believe so one bit. I believe it's our system. That's where it's got to. Why would... Oh, they would never do... Oh, yeah, there's $9 billion missing over here. $5 million over here. They're stealing our money and there's proof in the pudding and nobody's doing anything. Nobody cares. It's like nobody cares. They're stealing the money they're taking from your food, your children's mouth on the table, and they are stealing it so they can live a life me and you can't live. What would you do if somebody came right in your house, kicked your door in, stole your child's plate right out from underneath their mouth? You wouldn't handle that shit. But you're going to allow the elites up here to steal millions and billions of dollars. to live a lifestyle me and you will never live. And create generational wealth off the backs of us. And then we allow that same group of people to create the division to keep us divided, so thousands of me don't exist, so we go put an end to it. And I'm not talking through violence. There's other ways you put an end to it. Everybody gets together, just don't pay your you know what. If everybody clicked up together and just said, hey, you know what, we ain't submitting shit this year, and don't do it. There's a multitude. Everybody don't get gas for 30 days. Everybody don't buy food. Stock up and then don't buy food for 2 months. There's multiple different ways we could shift the narrative. But they have us all so selfish these days that nobody's doing anything about what's actually happening. This is why I think these events happen, like what happened to this guy, Renee Good, Eric Kirk. It's getting the attention off the real freaking problem. And I'm not saying those are not real problems, because that's jacked up, right? But it's getting them off the hook of being... Nobody's talking about Waltz right now, embezzling all that money. Nobody's talking. They're still letting him speak in Minnesota after he stole that much money. I'd be sitting in a prison cell with no rights. Why isn't he in the prison yet? Matter of fact, I believe that's treason, and I believe treason is punishable by death, but that's just my opinion, right? Yet we are so easily to be controlled. One event, like what just happened, and I'm not minimizing that event whatsoever, but one event, like what just happened, nobody's talking about Waltz going to prison anymore. Nobody's putting the pitchfork to the fire no more. That's how easily they distract us. And if you want to know my opinion, that's why I believe they stir this shit up, because they know some wild people are going to go out there. They're going to push the guidelines, and they know something bad's going to happen, and then the attention's off them for the next 2 months. And before you know it, they create enough events like that. Before you know it, nobody's talking about it no more, and nobody got held accountable anymore. When's the last time you seen anybody in our federal government go to prison? I'm waiting. Look, you think this is just happening in Minnesota? It is happening in every state in the country. It is happening. This extortion, this embezzlement, this fraud, all this other, it is happening in every single state there is in this country. State and federal, it's happening. Why do you think most state and federal organizations and things like they stay quiet? They want to fly under the... Why do you think that is? They don't want any attention brought to themselves. That's for damn sure. And then if you do start trying to build up a case against the state government or a federal government, they'll bury you if it's just you. You'll come up missing. Or they will ruin anything you have going on in your life. Why do you think that is? And here we all are. We all allowing them to control us through identity politics. In race is identity politics as well. It's exactly what it is. And so is religion, and so is the political viewpoints. It's all identity politics. It's all created out of thin air to keep us arguing and fighting each other so we can never come together. I've been alive 44 years, man. I ain't never seen it like this. They're really pushing hard. They know too many people caught on, and they're worried. They are concerned. This is them shitting their pants. They're scared. They don't want to be held accountable. The people have the power to hold them accountable. We have the power to go put them up and watch them no longer be here anymore. We have that power. Do you not understand that? And I'm not over here saying I want to watch anybody be unalive. But if you're willing to be a part of the circus that they have going on, and you're willing to fraud people and steal millions and billions of dollars, then yep, I believe it's punishable by death. Why, you might ask? Because the penalty has to be harsh enough so nobody thinks to do that for the next 100 years. If not, this guy's not getting held accountable. How much more fraud do you think is going to happen now? It's just going to keep going. Oh, nobody's going to do shit, bro. We'll just steal this million over here. We'll create a daycare. We'll blame it on the Somalis. We'll do this. We'll do that. And we'll just funnel all this money to us. That is literally what they're doing. And we're just going to sit right here and keep going to our little jobs and don't even talk about it. Because if you talk about it, you're an antichrist. You're Hitler. You're a misogynist. You're this. You're a racist. You're a racist. Fuck you. How about that? That's where it's getting to. When are we the people gonna get? Man, I'm so look, dude, I'll give it all up. I give everything up. I'll go back from fishing in a riverbank and living in an igloo if I have to get the power out of the corrupt hands that it's in. I'm willing to give it all away. I don't care about the material shit. I don't care about none of it. I care about humanity, and I care about all of you people. And they are continuing to divide us. So when are we going to stop allowing them to divide us? Only us in the culture, only us in our communities can put an end to this shit. Nobody in power. A lot of people think, oh, somebody else will fix this problem. No, that's the problem. You're part of the problem. It takes us, the people, to put an end to the problem. No political person's going to do it. Why do you think they're political and in there? It's insane to me, man. There are so many of us. And there are so many of us that are thinking just like this right now. I don't know too many. I talk to a lot of people each month. I don't know too many people that believe everything the news is saying anymore. You don't even know. You gotta do research after you watch the news to know if the news is telling you the truth. That's too far gone. I have zero faith in any news network, any media press outlet, most social media posts. It's all been compromised. They've all been caught in so many lies. And they're not talking. Why ain't they talking about the fraud still with Tim Walz? Why ain't they talking about that? Oh, it got the heat off that. It got the heat off Erica Kirk. It got the heat off this. It got the heat off that. Why ain't anybody talking about that shit anymore? I believe in the people. I'm for the people. The elites up there, you guys already know my opinion about them. We don't belong to that club. We never will be a part of that club. And if you do get into politics to be a part of that club, I think you're delusional too. It's just my opinion. And we met some great people that want to get into politics, and I'm just like, Jesus, you want that too, huh? You want to be a snake too? I don't think it's just a couple people in the office. I think it's them all. It's the whole entire thing. It's all of them. I'm over it. I love you all. You guys have a blessed day. We the people, we have to stop allowing them to divide us by the pigment. I can't believe we're talking about this shit in 2026, period. Like, it's been over forever, man. Stop allowing them to dictate you. They're just dictating all of us, and we're allowing it. I love you all. Have a rockin' rad day.